Here we go then, the S125 Junior category qualifying is underway. We have McLellan staying there on pole position with 24 seconds remaining. 49.5, still the optimal. 3 tenths left out there somewhere. Is anyone going to get close to it? Look how tight the field is. Your top 12 are separated by 2 tenths of a second. McLellan, 49.5, he's done it. He's pretty much matched the optimal, which is now a 49.50, and there's no change at the top. I think McLellan does set the fastest lap. 49.593 and takes pole position. And that pole position award, a nice trophy there for the fastest in qualifying. Confirmation of your top 3, McLellan, Granquist, Ravelli, first, second and third. That's Ward Racing, MP Academy, Komoto, and Team Driver Racing Team.
Oh, he's coming, he's running. Come on, fast on the track, but slow when you're walking. Hello, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? How was that race right now, the qualifying? Are you expecting the same results for the upcoming races?
Yeah, it was great qualifying. I was just trying to go as fast as I can, and it's a good feeling to be starting pole for the race.
And when it comes to qualifying, how important is it for your overall race?
It's very important because, if you start pole, then you're going to be starting pole for the race instead of having to make a lot of positions for the heat race.
So in this track, it's really important to get that clean air, right? And it's very hard to overtake. There's only a few key opportunities here during the hairpin, but you think that you can still defend your position for the upcoming races?
Yeah, I think I have the pace and the racecraft and and a good mindset going into the heat.
Mindset is so important, and let's have Enyo give back the pole position for the junior category. Thumbs up from Enyo, thumbs up from everyone here. Everyone's clapping down for our winner, our P1, but we'll see you back soon, hopefully in P1. Yeah? Confident?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Here they come, the juniors then. Down the tram lines, and the red lights are on, and away they go, green! It's the first race of the day for your juniors. 10 minutes begins as they swoop in through 1 and 2 into the double right-hander. Someone looking right round the outside. That was opportunistic. Imagine if that worked. That would have been one of the overtakes of the day, I am certain, for number 249. That was looking around the outside. 249, Ludwig Granquist. We've spoken to him a couple of times, so he was looking for an ultimate move there around the outside for second place. Look at the gap between your top 2 and the rest of the fight already. 9 minutes remaining. Here we go then. Who's leading the way? It's 246 McLellan from Ravelli, and then Emma Boschetto and Granquist down to P4. Then it's Feldi, Shahanaj, Sapia, Iannuzzo, Lanza and Pizzonia, your current top 10. And look side by side for the lead. 248 Ravelli slotting back into P2. So they had a bit of a gap to the train, and looks like Ravelli, just from having a little look, they've actually lost that gap already. Taking Ravelli there in the final section, and it's McLellan leading the way. Fastest lap to Emma Boschetto, 4 tenths behind. McLellan leading then, defending, attacking, defending, attacking. It's constant here in the junior category. 6.5 minutes remaining, and we've seen loads of swaps in that middle pack. McLellan, Boschetto, Ravelli trying to get away. 244 Feldi is closing the gap. He's now set the fastest lap. Look at the lead that John McLellan has now. Emma Boschetto is going to have to go on the full defense soon from Ravelli. Orlando Ravelli, number 248, waiting for an opportunity. 3 minutes to go, and there's confirmation. John McLellan sets the fastest lap of 50.3. Can he hold on to that for the rest of the race? Through the midsection, into the final turn. Here they come down the main straight. Look at that. What's the gap going to be when they cross the line? 50.2, 1.1 seconds. John McLellan is on a flyer. He's got enough of a gap to start saving his tyres, to be honest. Don't forget, they've got to use this set for the full day. Granquist trying to hold on and attack at the same time to third place. John McLellan gone. See you later. Race is John's unless he has a mechanical failure. We've got another lap after this. Opportunity may present itself, but John McLellan's lead just ever increasing here at Cremona for round 4. Look at that gap. That's over 2 seconds. Might be 3 seconds by now. John McLellan not in range by the looks of it. Timer 0. Last lap board shown. There you can see it. Oh, I've just noticed he's put a hat on. Ludwig Granquist. John McLellan sets the fastest lap. You've done enough, John. Relax, chill out. Save your tires. It's a 3-second gap. Now the timing tower has updated. Last time it updated itself, it was a 3-second gap from McLellan to Granquist. We've got a split screen now as we watch your leader. Here he comes. 2:46. John McLellan takes the first victory of the day, and it's going to be Ludwig Granquist in P2. Ward Racing take victory then. 2:44, I think there in, that was Max Feldy, who did hold on to third place, which means 2:46. John McLellan, victory. Waving the American flag. Here's confirmation of your top three. John McLellan, Ludwig Granquist, number 249, and then 244, Max Feldy. Running off. Let's go down to Zara.
McLellan, you got 50.2 and you set the fastest lap not once, but twice. And so what went your way during that race out there?
I was able to keep the lead on the start of the race, but then I just gapped from the field. Don't know what happened. I think they just started battling, but yeah, we were able to gap away and win.
And when it came to, you're going really fast. There was a big gap between the P2 in the middle and almost around a 1.133 gap in the beginning with your P2 competitor. But did you push your tires way too much where it's going to be a struggle for the upcoming race?
No, I definitely felt like the tire pressures came in at the end, so I felt like I was going faster and faster every lap.
Thank you, Zara. Yeah, we got the junior pre-grid here, sat ready to go. Again, we've mentioned it before, that the schedule's super tight. Wonder if you'll be able to have a chance. I know you're nearly there, Zara. I wonder if you'll have a chance to talk to any drivers before they go green. Let's throw it back to you and see who you've got.
McLellan, who was P1 last time, is it like intense to start in the front? How are you going to protect your position?
I'm just going to try to do the same thing as last race. You know, just keep my position, and hopefully me and Max can work together to keep 1 and 2 for the rest of the race.
Is it about attack or defending in this race? Attacking as in pushing your cart forward and keeping a gap between the people behind.
I'm just going to try to keep the gap.
You can see McLellan and Granquist are starting on the front row, of course, so that means they probably stayed there. Max Feldy, number 244. Potentially up there as well. We'll see that when they come down. They're just slowing down now, ready for the start of the race. Is this going to be a legit start? They're through the tram lines and away they go then. So the green lights are out and the race has begun. Through, it is a legit start, and they're all going to bunch up in towards the braking zone of turn 3 and 4. Cool, 3 or 4 wide there in the mid-pack. Someone swooping around the outside, nearly going onto the grass, but actually trying to make it stick. So that was fantastic. I mean, it's fantastic if it goes right, of course. So, down towards turn 8, all starting to single file out now in the junior category. Racing through the long left-hander of turn 9 and 10 in towards a hairpin. And looks like, so we spoke to our pole sitter, John McLellan, just then, and he was saying hopefully we can work together to, and he was talking about Max Feldy, who I believe is his teammate in Ward Racing. So, yeah, I imagine they were talking about trying to work together to pull away from Ludwig Granquist, who managed to take advantage last time out. And I'm sure they would have spoke about it in the paddock, because it might feel full on to us and the viewers who are with us in terms of schedule. It's back to back to back to back. But don't forget the drivers end up having a break, really, before they wait for their next race. So these guys, the S125 Juniors, their race was an hour or so ago. And they'll have one more race in another hour or so, the final racing. So I imagine the teammates would have had a little debrief in the tent. Yeah, let's just work together, we'll try and pull away. John McLellan, though, in full control once again. He is the one that's trying to extend the gap, but at the moment he doesn't have the aid of his teammate number 246, teammate 244. And here we go. We are back on board with the leaders then, and it is closer. Granquist is flying. McLellan might be coming under pressure here. 2 minutes remaining. John McLellan, and look at Shahanaj take the fastest lap there in P4. So 246, John McLellan leads the way, 3/10 ahead of Ludwig Granquist. Swedish flag being raised, chasing down the American flag in the lead here for the IAME Series Italy Formula Racing. As we approach our final lap, this is the one. This is what we were waiting for. The last lap board is now being shown. John McLellan looks over his shoulder as he pulls away a mere 100th of a second from Granquist on that last lap. Feldy, Shahanaj, Lanza, Boschetto. 3.7 seconds separating your top 6. And I hate to say it so early, but I reckon John McLellan is in full control once again. 3/10 the gap. And I don't think it's closing. Not enough for Ascend as they go into the flowing left of 9 and 10. The double hairpins of 11 and 12. And it looks like he's going to do it again. John McLellan through 13 and 14. Comes round the final turn for Ward Racing, and John McLellan wins Manche 2 here at Cremona Karting Circuit for the final. There he is, taking his gloves off as he rolls his cart back up onto the weighbridge. John McLellan for Ward Racing, P1. There is McLellan, and he's making his way down to Zara Faruqi in the paddock for an interview.
McLellan, I had an interview at the pre-grid, and you're like, it's confident, it's chill, everything's chill, and you still got P1. What's your secret to everyone out there? You can tell me. It's just going to be streamed across the world.
Just to go fast and try my hardest to hit fast laps over and over again.
And do you think Cremona is a circuit that if you got a track position early on, a good track position, then the rest of the races are just going to be easier for you?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's what goes for every track, you know. The more better you are in qualifying, the more better you'll be in the race.
What's something you did not expect from Cremona that has actually shocked you this weekend?
How hot it is.
You can say that twice, I feel it. But go in the shade, get some water. Well done. And final round, I wish you the best of luck. You've done so well so far. So let's see for that final push.
Juniors are about to begin their final race. What are we going to see here as they start to slow down and get ready to come around the final corner? They're coming through to now start the end the formation lap, sorry. They're into the tram lines and flying down to the red lights. The lights are out and the race has begun. The junior finale has started then as they go down towards turn 1 and in towards turn 3 and 4. Bit of a bump there for P4. I think the Ward Racing carts clearly in the lead. Oh, back down the inside for Ludwig. That's going to be the McLellan, the Granquist gang fighting it out now for the next 12 minutes plus 1 lap. Just so, John McLellan has won both races today. Ludwig Granquist has finished second in both races today, and Max Feldy has finished third in both races today. Guess the order? It's exactly what I said. Same order as before. McLellan, Granquist, Feldy, then it's Lanza, Pizzonia, Ravelli, and Filippelli, and Sapia and Pundis, and then Motorelli there in 27 drivers fighting it out. 9 more minutes remaining for this finale for the juniors. And McLellan is managing a 4/10 gap at the moment, but Ludwig Granquist has been quick all weekend. Has he been saving his tyre? Top 4 fighting down towards 9 and 10, swooping into the left-hander here. Left-hand hairpin straight into the right-hander of 12, 11 and 12, and then into the right-handers of 13, 14 and 15, which is essentially one corner because 15 basically doesn't exist as they go onto the main straight. Ludwig looks like he's flying. He's going down the inside of turn 1. Ludwig Granquist decided he's not going to follow 246 John McLellan. He is going for the lead, and now it's a Ward Racing 2-3-4. He lets his teammate through. McLellan's down to 4th. Feldy and Pitsonia move up into 2nd and 3rd. McLellan 4th place with Granquist now leading away. Granquist 0.07 last time out. 252 is coming down. Pitsonia takes P2 then from his teammate. These three can't shuffle around too much, or they will hand this finale to Granquist. Ward Racing 2-3-4 should now be working together and trying to bump draft up to Granquist, and it looks like McLellan's coming back through down the inside of turn 8. So that is Feldy dropping from 3rd to 5th then on this lap. 2nd to 4th, my bad. They are fighting for 2nd place at the moment. So fastest lap. Are these boys, I was about to say, are they waiting for the final few laps of tyre grip? But based on that, Feldy back up into P3. I think these boys are racing. They are going for it. There's 5 minutes remaining, and at the moment, the Ward boys are swapping lap after lap. The Ward Racing trio, Pitsonia, Feldy, McLellan. But McLellan, after winning both races earlier, is not going to want to stay there, I'm sure. And they're side by side again, looking over the shoulder. 244 Feldy now back to the back of this train. 246 McLellan is going for 2nd. Look, he's been squeezed onto the grass by his teammate. I told you they're racing. Unbelievable stuff, and he nearly lost it when he came back on. That was questionable driving, and McLellan back down to P4 now. But Pitsonia not wanting to release P2, but I can tell you what that's done. 100% without question, without a mechanical failure, Ludwig Granquist will win this race now, unless he has an issue, because 1.5 second gap is going to be really difficult to close. Not saying it's impossible, but super difficult to close, especially if they're fighting like this. And McLellan is furious at this time. He's really showing his frustration, waving the hand, saying, what's he doing? Why did he do that? It's frustrating when any driver would do something like that, but it's even more frustrating when it's a teammate. But, as I said earlier, some drivers still, I know it's a team game, but they are also racing. Waves his hand, saying, why is he defending? We need to work together to get up. Gets the switch back nicely for McLellan. He's got the outside line, though, for this next corner. Now they're just fighting each other. And look at the train behind! Lanza, Pundis, Motorelli, well involved in the podium fight as a result of this. Ward Racing really giving us a show now. Ludwig Granquist might not get much TV time anymore, but we need to watch these guys. Stay with these three, because this is where the action is. 2.5 minutes remain. John McLellan, P4 at the moment. Is he going to stay there? I'm not sure. The tension is rising. Is he going to sit behind? Investigation on 252 Pitsonia for pushing his teammate on the grass. That will be down in towards turn 3 and 4. I'm sure they're going to wait and see how this plays out. McLellan around the outside to try and get a better exit. 244 down the inside of Pitsonia. Feldy tried to make a move there, under pressure again. I don't know who's going to come out on top of this. Harsh defence there. Perfectly on time to defend from McLellan, but now they can focus again on Pitsonia. But it is fair to say that they are not working together. They're fighting for position, and now look, it's happened. He's off on the grass. He bounces over. Oh, and he punches the steering wheel in frustration. That is McLellan down to P7, loses 3 places. Does John McLellan. That is going to be frustrating. And it looks like, I have a feeling, well, it's going to be the last lap this time. I wonder if McLellan has enough time to gain 2 more places from Motorelli and Pundis in front. If they fight again, McLellan will take advantage of that for sure. McLellan also got the moves done. I told you he might get 2 more positions if Pundis and Motorelli fight. we didn't see it on the camera, but I'm assuming that's exactly what happened. Had that called it all before it happened. McLellan back up into P5, who will be disappointed to not be in at least P2, I'm sure. Mottarelli and Pundis had a little bit of a fight themselves, and McLellan fought his way through, and Feldy and Lanza might be gaining a position to second and third if that investigation does not go Pitsonia's way.